Since we're talking about something quite summery today, I figured I'd get my summer on as well and start by having a lovely glass of Pimm's. Cheers. That's probably a bit much, but... Nailing someone on the melon with a water balloon is one of life's sweetest feelings, especially if you put the water balloon in the freezer for 3 hours first. Don't do that. But it may surprise you to learn that the water balloon as we know it today wouldn't have been invented if one guy hadn't got pissed off that he couldn't make a pair of socks.
Well, get bent, turkey!
The water balloon as we know it today was invented in 1950 by a British boffin called Edgar Ellington. Originally, when Edgar wanted to make the water balloon, he wasn't setting out to make a water-based toy for children. In fact, wanted to Now, originally, Edgar set out to make a waterproof sock to help prevent a condition called Trenchfoot. Oh no, some lemons got stuck in my fucking straw.
What is Trenchfoot?
Well, for anyone who's not aware, Trenchfoot is basically athlete's foot on steroids. It was a condition commonly suffered by soldiers during World War I as a result of just standing ankle deep in like fetid water for hours, days and months at a time. So it's fairly horrible. So just think of like athlete's foot when your skin starts to fall off the bottom of your skin. Or the skin starts to fall off the bottom of your foot, should I say. Only instead of your skin like just being all dry and flaky, it would start to rot and die and then your feet would fall off eventually. So it's...
He's a bit late in 1950, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit late to try and stop people from World War I getting it, but it was still a problematic enough thing for him to want to fix it. It was fairly noble, I guess. It's like he's thinking, here's a problem from 40 years ago that's not really common on today's battlefield, but just so I know, I'm going to try and fix it.
Well, I mean, there might have been reasons he was making it there.
Oh yeah, obviously there's workers, farmers, that sort of thing. Obviously Wellington boots aren't the greatest thing, so his idea was to create a latex sock that went over your foot, similar to a foot condom basically, that just kept it nice and dry and stopped you from getting the earth pregnant. Well, that's the ones I've got to use. You know, we're named like Smallwood, I've got to use one that's shaped for feet. So I've got a foot-shaped dong. Curves all the way around with 5 little things at the end. Ellington's idea was simplicity itself and basically consisted of a latex sock that would fit over your regular sock, keeping your socks and feet dry. However, as anyone who's ever tried to wear a piece of latex on a particular part of their anatomy may attest to, sometimes those buggers can be a little hard to get on. It's just the image of just some dude just putting a massive condom over the end of his foot like, that'll keep my foot dry. That's what I need. I just find it hilarious though, because like, people might not know this, but like, an actual real condom will fit on most people's feet. I remember when I was taking sex ed or something like that, the teacher we had was really good and they were really jokey about it. And they said, some guys will tell you their penis is too big to fit into a condom. So what she did, she pulled it apart and shoved her arm right in it and went, if any guy tells you his penis is too big, girls, run.
It's gonna blow! Get back!
But I'm guessing back then the technology to make latex-based products wasn't as good as it was today. Anyway, right, I need to top up. Cling, 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 cling. Oh. See, this is what happens when you work for YouTube. Yeah, service right there. Bit quicker next time, yeah?
Fuck you.
Eventually, Ellington did stumble upon a design that would fit comfortably over his foot, and to test whether or not it sprung a leak, he took it off and filled it with water. Why he couldn't have just shoved his foot straight into a toilet and then reported if he felt the cold flush of shame is beyond me, but that's neither here nor there. The story goes that after filling the sock with water, Ellington noticed a small but nonetheless annoying leak, and there was a small stream of water coming out of a tiny hole in the bottom of it. Frustrated, he threw it against his wall and noticed that it exploded violently and, more importantly, awesomely. Ellington saw this explosion and thought to himself, hang on, that's pretty cool. So he retooled the entire idea and decided to sell them instead to the public as water grenades. The rest, as I say, is history. We know how this got to start, mate. It's tradition now. So you've got to start with you telling me to...
Like, comment, subscribe.
Well, that was certainly a video. If you enjoyed it, why not leave a like, a comment with your favourite use of a condom. That's not the one that we're all thinking of, that's really obvious. Don't say that one. Or subscribe, or follow us on social media, or whatever, all that bullshit. You can do it if you want, it'd be awesome. Stop saying whitelist, that's the new bell. Whitelist is the new bell. So because we're adults, we're going to talk about condoms now, but because I'm also a big kid, I'm going to talk about practical jokes you can do with them. My personal favourite is if you've got a condom lying around, preferably one of those big Durex extra strength ones, go to someone's car, like put it onto the exhaust and put duct tape around it. Because a condom, especially an extra large one, can get to about the size of, I think, a small man before it explodes. So they will drive down the street and they will have a giant condom following their car for a good 100 foot before it explodes. So, hopefully it won't explode when they're on the motorway or anything like that, and that might cause crash. But I've done this before, and you will just see someone going this giant penis following their car, and then you just hear this God Almighty boom, and a massive trail of smoke into the air, and it's fucking brilliant. So if you've got any Johnnies lying around at home, I highly recommend doing that to a friend, just for the laugh. Film it as well, put it on YouTube, you probably get a lot of views. Probably more than this video, in fact. You've got to do it. Put it on, duct tape it on so it's not going to come off, and it just goes. And it ends up like there's a blimp-sized penis just following the car. It's fucking brilliant. And it just detonates, and there's just exhaust fumes everywhere. Well, when I did it, I think I was like 15, and we got one from school. We did it to some guy, and he got to like the end of our road. It blew because he saw it in his wing mirror.
That's like Jurassic Park.
He saw this big Johnny in his wing mirror following his car. So he stopped and then turned around. And what the fuck is this? And I was like, what do you do when there's a giant penis-shaped balloon stuck to the back of your car? Like, you can't pop it. Yeah. And that's what he came out, there's this big penis. Like, he looked at it and went, kept kicking it. It was great. He didn't know what to do. He's like, think though, have you ever filled up a condom with water and thrown it? It's like throwing a fucking blimp in it, like this big. Well, I know a guy who buys all his on eBay. So now I buy all mine on eBay.
Second hand.
No, they're not second. Don't put this in.
You know it's going in, right?
No, don't put it in. You're fired if you do. If, like me, you've probably got a lot of condoms lying around you're not going to use, so you might as well have some fun. It's not even dunking. It's like I'm dunking on myself preemptively so people in the comments can't do it. Because you know when we're talking about condoms and stuff like that, someone go, oh, what the fuck, he's not going to use any, is he? Stood there in his alien t-shirt drinking his Pimm's at 2 in the afternoon. I'll let you know, I am a catch.
That's like 1.5 glass of Pimm's so far.
1.5 glass of Pimm's. Do you know what that sounds like? A fucking party. That's what it sounds like. You might notice the next video after this one is going to be me really, really drunk. So I apologise for that.